So, sorry, Andre.
No.
By Gene. Here's Gene once more under pressure from Modric. And under too much pressure because the referee's blown a foul. The referee this afternoon
finished. It looks like a proper stadium and noisy because the roof is closed today. That's spectacular.
4 years, really. Bellingham's done brilliantly here. The cross comes in and Fran Garcia gets a touch to it but sends it wide.
Well, when I talk about freedom and interpreting spaces, well, this guy is the number 10, is the media punta in Spain. Well, we see him on the right wing in a 1v1 against poor Mitrovic. Look at him. You know, he's a big lad, but look at his
behind. Maximovic second to that. Modric comes away with it, but the referee gives the decision. Getafe. And Rodrigo just sort of runs into trouble there and has it now. And there's a card coming out here, the first one inside 7 minutes. Alderete clips that into Maximovic. It was a nice cushion header in towards Mayoral. It was cleared by Lutasa through it here. It's Mayoral, not Lutasa. He shoots and scores. Getafe have taken the lead. And it's Borja Mayoral, the former Real Madrid centre-forward, who gets his second goal of the season. He's the only Getafe player to have scored so far this season. And he has stunned the refurbished Bernabeu. It's Real Madrid 0, Getafe 1.
Well, it's a long ball. Challenging the air. Gaston goes up.
Sure. Out comes the keeper and he almost missed it there. Joselu claims that the ball was handled outside the area. The video assisted referee will intervene soon enough if that was the case. Alderete plays the ball forward to Maximovic. Tries to find Mayer as well there to get away from Mitrovic. And he's then brought down. And the referee plays up. Referee waves play on. It's for goal instead. It comes out to Joselu. Joselu with the shot, but it's wide.
Well, first chance for Joselu. This is going to be important for him.
Ball on Bellingham. Play continues. Rodrigo goes for goal, and no one's particularly happy with that inside the. Here by Lutasa. And Carvajal penalised, and he's not happy about that. And they need to keep their heads here, Real Madrid. And as we said earlier, Bellingham goes down in the penalty area, and it's a penalty. Well, the referee didn't think for too long about that. Not much more than a second.
Right, and then Bellingham stretches the left leg to look for that contact.
But a loose pass goes straight to Alderete. Camavinga slides in and wins that one, and he feels he wins it cleanly and without a foul. Cross and the header from Modric, and that's a brilliant save from David Soria. Well, the man that Real Madrid thought about signing at the start of the season, on the understanding that Lunin would leave and he would become the number 2 to Thibaut Courtois. Getafe's player of the season.
The guy for everything.
Joselu's header, it's headed away by Gaston. Well, we know how much Bordalas loves him. He had him at Alcorcon. Cross shot, turned in, no! Saved by Soria. Joselu with the golden opportunity. Let's see if the flag was up on this near side. Bruno will tell us. Under pressure from Rudiger. And the decision is a Getafe throw. Down goes Borja Mayoral, and Modric doesn't like the decision, but it's a Getafe free kick.
Can't remember the one when Pepe got sent off.
Camavinga slips as he shoots. He still gets the shot on target, but it's well saved by David Soria.
When Real Madrid won the...
Bellingham somehow finds Alaba, then runs into Damian Suarez, or should I say Suarez makes sure that he gets... and the intensity of Mayoral. There's a card coming out here. It's a yellow. Well, there is the half-time whistle from referee Mario Melero Lopez. Whistles from the... Well, he's been impressive in the he was impressive in the first 3 games away from home, Fran Garcia, but tested in this game, in his first home game of the season. And the outside of the foot, headed down by Gene, and scored by Joselu. Now the referee had blown his whistle before the ball hit the back of the net. Or has the goal been given? I think the goal's been given. Joselu on the score sheet in a Real Madrid shirt for the first time since the 2010-11 season, when he's not so much.
Yeah, it's a goal.
Rodrigo, but he runs into the blue wall, and the referee was happy with the decisions. He was not happy with that, and Toni Kroos gets a yellow card. Found Dani Carvajal across the face of the 6-yard box and cleared by Dominguez Duarte. It's Rodrigo in the middle if he can be found. He almost was. The hooked clearance from Iglesias. Rodrigo to Alaba. Alaba with the cross. It's laid off by Joselu, but Rodrigo just couldn't wrap his foot around it.
Well,
it goes well wide.
This is different football. Much quicker football. 1-2 touches. We've seen a bad touch by Tchouaméni, but that was dictated from a bad bounce from...
To Carvajal. Carvajal with a cross. It took a... Cross comes in from Gaston. Kepa. Bellingham through to Carvajal. Carvajal with a shot. Comes off the post and is cleared by Adam Barry.
Clever from Carvajal. You know, he's...
Cross is whipped in. Rudiger. Carvajal once more with the cross. Headed away. Alaba, but they win it back. Getafe, but not don't keep possession. Picks out Joselu. Nodded down, but there's no one to get on the end of that, and Jene heads it back to his goalkeeper. Tassa tries to clear again. Joselu on the volley. That's a brilliant save from Soria. That's arguably the best of the bunch. There have been four now. He barely saw that through a crowd of players. Got down to his right. Cross. Still going, Rodrigo. And across comes Maximovic. Rudiger. And yeah, we can't. Cross to Bellingham. Player down for Real Madrid at the moment. Play continues. Rodrigo does well there. It's nicely laid off as well by Jaime Mata. Taken by Brahim. The cross comes in and it's just beyond Jude Bellingham. A bootlace away from putting... Lucas Vazquez sprinting forward wide right, but the shirt pull stops Rodrigo in his process. There's a card. A nice ball into Valverde. Valverde across the face of the 6-yard box. It goes beyond everybody. Bellingham and Brahim. Lucas Vazquez to... Lucas with a shot. Soria